So when I asked a couple of questions and they failed those tests, come to find out a lot of times they're just putting the label because they wanted like a good girl, you know. And so
Literally that.
yeah, they just want a
Yeah.
good girl, but not to date. They just want like to use.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Korea Unfiltered. Summer is still very much strong in Korea, but today's guest is somebody who's actually found my channel very early on. As she was saying, maybe she'll talk about it a little bit more, but she found my channel and related to a guest who was on this podcast before. And that makes me so happy because that is the point of this podcast, for somebody to relate to somebody else in this podcast and really see the reality. Hey, Jesus, I cannot speak. The reality of living in Korea. I don't know what's going on. That was like a brain fart twice in a row. But introducing today's guest, Bella. Woo! Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, sure thing. My name is Bella. I am an American, born and raised from Tennessee. Woo woo.
You're the only Tennessee.
Right? Not that I've heard that before. Yeah, so I graduated from Pensacola Christian College with a degree in advertising and public relations. And I've been living in Korea for 2 years now.
Yo, she's a newbie. She is so new. It's crazy. 2 years is so new. Let's start from the beginning, right? So how did you end up like learning about Korea?
Oh, that's a good question. So my mom is actually Mexican, so I've always been really into culture. So I've always wanted to, just because I'm like American doesn't mean I don't embrace other cultures. So you know, America's a melting pot.
Very
So
much,
for
yeah.
me, I just wanted to, whoever came to like my school, wherever they're from, I wanted to like embrace them, like just have them feel welcomed to my school. And so growing up, I've met all kind of different nationalities and different people like that. And then I went to college and I've met a lot of Korean friends, and they're just so sweet and like so intelligent.
Yeah.
And I admire their hard work. They're so like really like rugging into like studying so hard, and I'm just like, okay, I'll study a bit, play a bit, you know.
I have a work-life balance.
Yeah, right.
Koreans
So
are like, I need to get these A's first.
yeah, so I've
Yeah.
learned a lot about Korea from them. I'm
Yeah.
asking them all the questions. This
Aw.
was before the whole like movement of BTS and like
So
the
this was
Korean
before
wave.
Hallyu.
Yeah, it was before that. So
Okay.
I'm like learning about the culture, and they show me some like K-pop music, and I'm like, oh, they're like really good.
Yeah.
These people can dance. I think it was Shiny who I saw
Oh
first.
my
Yeah,
gosh, Shiny.
I really was like so interested in like not just the music sound, but also like the makeup and the costumes. Like I love theater
It's a
personally.
production.
I know, right?
Yeah,
So-
K-pop is a production.
I was so impressed. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, they're really killing it out there. And so I just became really interested in the culture. And then actually, after I graduated college, I became best friends with a Korean. And she and I just were like besties to the
Aw,
resties.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's actually still in America right now.
Oh,
so it's
not
funny.
you moving to her
I know. I'm
country.
like, we're gonna switch here. You
Yeah,
stay
we'll
here.
switch.
I'll go to Korea. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's through them I've learned a lot about Korea, and I was thinking, oh, maybe if I learn a little bit of Korean, I can like impress them, you know.
Right. That's
But
cute.
now that I'm here, I'm like, oh wow, I need to really step it up and learn Korean.
Yeah, living here is different. But you don't live in Seoul, do you?
No, actually, I live an hour away from Seoul, so it's a little bit kind of a countryside, but actually, it's funny because I just moved from one country city to like another one. So I guess I'm just small town girl vibes
Yeah,
here.
they're like, you just need to be in the tiny town at this point. Because when you said you felt like you needed to learn Korean, I said because Korea is different. But then I'm like, Seoul, most people speak English in Seoul. But in the countryside, no, you do need to learn Korean.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
How has your Korean learning journey been?
Ooh, it's tough. Let me tell you guys. So when I was studying in America, I was like, oh, I just want to learn a couple of phrases here and there to impress a friend.
Yeah.
But I think when you're learning in the States, it's hard because you're always surrounded by English.
Very true.
Everywhere English. So I'm like, oh, if I watch K-dramas with English subtitles, it's okay. But I've learned that the best way to learn the language is to be immersed in the language.
Yep.
So by moving here to in like Korea, I've really experienced a lot of immersion learning by listening to people, by reading the signs, by like literally listening to like when the bus tells you your next stop. So I've been really like, I think this past 2 years I wasn't as intense with studying because I hired a tutor. He was super cool, really smart guy.
Yeah.
But the problem is I didn't realize his study method is really intense.
Oh.
You have to learn. Like he's like nailing in grammar, and I think it's because his students, a lot of them are trying to get like the topic.
Oh, so yeah, you do
Certificate.
need like grammar for that.
Yeah,
for
so he's
sure.
trying to hit it hard for me, and I'm like, I just know 안녕하세요.
I just need to survive in this country,
Right.
sir.
So he was
Yeah.
he was. I mean, I've learned a lot of grammar thanks to him, but financially I couldn't afford him. Plus, like my work, like it was hard to do that balance, work-life balance. So now that I'm not working right now.
Yeah.
I'm on the job search visa. So if somebody sees me and want to hire me,
Hey, if
I'm right
y'all
here.
If y'all need somebody to work,
Right here.
Bella's right
work
here.
it.
Yeah.
I have a lot of time to study.
And you
so.
wait, you did marketing, right?
My previous job was actually teaching English.
Right. Would you want to keep down that road?
I mean, I'm open to it. I
Yeah.
do love the children. The kids are super
Oh,
cute.
okay. You know
so
what?
I'm open to it, but
Maybe teaching is your calling then.
we'll see.
Maybe.
You know,
When did you first come to Korea?
I came to Korea September 2024. I felt so recent. Actually, it's crazy.
It feels recent, but
What
the
is
years
this?
have like just gone.
It's
Like,
so
how is it almost
crazy.
2027?
It's so crazy.
Like, what?
I came to Korea, and what's crazy about that story is I was actually a barista in America. I was working at Starbucks.
Oh, not the Starbucks.
I was working at Starbucks, and yeah, I had an idea in my mind. I was like, oh, I would love to. I just love coffee, so I thought, oh, if I'm a barista, I get to be with coffee all day,
Yeah.
interact with people. But then what I didn't realize is how difficult the job is. Like customer service, I think everyone should be in customer service for 1 year
You
so
need-
that
yeah.
you can become a better customer.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I have to say. That's
Yeah.
my hot take.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot about people's personalities, and I struggled. I cried every day.
Bro, some customers will beat you down.
But my coworkers, I love them. They were so great. So I think they made me like really enjoy working it because of them. And well, the thing is, Starbucks don't pay the bills. You know, like I was part time, and the job economy in America is rough.
It's still
So,
rough to this day.
yeah, it's still rough.
Uh-huh.
It's crazy because I'm literally I have a degree in advertising and marketing, thinking that's like the perfect broad area to go in. No, doesn't matter. I'm applying to like over 50 jobs a day while I'm working at Starbucks, and still nothing. But then I had a college colleague. She actually messaged me on Facebook, and she's like, "Hey, I been praying for you. Is there anything
Oh, that's so sweet.
anything going on that because she noticed I haven't been posting as much. I guess that's a tell sign something's going on with Bella.
True. Especially if you used to do it a lot and then you
Yeah.
stop, people are like,
She's
yeah.
silent.
Yeah, something's going on. Yeah.
So then I told her, yeah, actually, like the bills, I'm not able to pay the bills. I'm like donating plasma, which is like twice a
I
week.
remember those college days. bro.
Yeah.
Not the freaking plasma.
Yeah, like literally
Wow.
after Starbucks, I'm going to plasma. I'm chugging down a water bottle and like praying I don't pass out because
Yeah.
I don't do well with blood.
Oh,
Saving lives, guys, but
but it's because I have to pay these bills too.
yeah, it was
Oh my
crazy. And
God.
so she found out, and she's like, Bella, like I have a friend who's living in Korea. She actually has a school, and they really need a teacher. I was wondering if you're interested. And I was like, girl, I can't teach. I did not graduate with a teaching degree.
Yeah.
She's like, but you speak English though.
That's all we need. I
was like,
and you're
okay.
American.
Oh, yeah, and she said, you're American.
You're
I was like,
American,
oh,
yeah.
you know what? You're right. So I prayed about it, and I got interviewed, and they were so sweet. I really,
Aw.
I felt like I was like friends with them. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my word.
Yeah.
So after that, I like moved to that like small town, and I
What
got
was the small town?
Kunsan.
Kunsan?
Yeah, Kunsan, like
don't even know where that is.
Gunsan.
Kunsan.
Yeah.
G-U-N-S-A-N.
There's
Oh, I know where that is.
There's an Air Force, American Air
Base
Force base.
In
Yeah.
there?
Yeah, so I really enjoyed my time there. The students are super sweet. Everyone I worked with was great,
Yeah.
and actually, I really miss
Girl, you
Kunsan.
big-
There's a lake there I love.
Oh, so you moved out of Kunsan?
Yeah, I'm not there anymore. Bye.
Oh, you said, bye, girl.
I'm
Wait,
not there, but my friends are still there, so I'll see them.
The way you said bye is so funny. I'm not there anymore. Bye. It's so funny. But when you were like about to move to Korea, right? Obviously, you were told it was not in Seoul. You were told it's in Kunsan,
Yeah.
which is like an area that most people don't know. Even I
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah.
Like until you spelled it, I didn't know where that was. How was it for you to be told that, oh, you're gonna move to the countryside as your first experience in Korea?
Actually, it's funny because when I first heard about it, I was thinking I don't know why I thought they said Busan. I was
Girl.
like, I've heard of Busan, Train to Busan. That's a good movie. I'll hang out with the zombies. But
Girl.
then I looked it up. I was like, oh, that's
They
not
say
it.
with a G.
Yeah, they said G, and you forgot that it's kun, not boo. I'm like, oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
But I think a big reason why I chose to go there was one, like I said, I needed a job, and then second of all, like the cost of living. I was looking up the cost of living between Seoul and Kunsan, and it's affordable. Like I not only did I pay the bills, but I was able to also like splurge a little, go
Spend on
shopping.
yourself,
Yeah. So like for me, I was like, oh, like it's a good idea to go there because I'm beginner teacher. I can just like get that experience, and also I get overwhelmed easily by crowds. I'm actually very introverted, despite how it seems on this interview.
But she's here. That's what matters.
Trying to conquer some goals here in my life.
As I also introvert, I feel you.
You get it.
Yeah, I know I don't look like an introvert either, guys, but I am an introvert.
You get it.
Yeah, I'm trying my best out here.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like we're killing it. People,
We
you're not
are.
awkward so far.
Guys,
I'm
we
just kidding.
try not to be awkward. We're awkward as hell. But we're trying our best.
Yeah, so I think I wasn't. To me, I grew up in like the South. I grew up in Arkansas, then moved to Tennessee. So I'm used to like country. Okay, like country, like literally
Countryside
fields,
country.
cows,
Yeah.
soybeans. So when I moved to Kunsan, actually, it's not as countryside as people think. It definitely has its flavor, but I would say there is some like city like life to there.
Oh, okay.
And there's like a university there where there are some international students. So
Also, it was not, you were not the only foreigner.
yeah,
for
I was not the only foreigner.
sure. 'Cause that's a different experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think overall, like I really enjoyed starting off small like that because I think if I moved to Seoul, I would probably have left after a year because I'm not used to that busy life. I like to visit Seoul like often. I think it's so much fun to visit Seoul, but to live there, I feel like it's too chaotic for me.
Seoul can be very overwhelming.
Yeah.
Especially, like you said, you're from a small town, and then you come to Seoul where it's like apartments everywhere, so many people. People like there's just so much going on in Seoul. So I can see like maybe Kunsan was the place for you to go.
Yeah.
How was your overall life in Kunsan?
I think for me, like I think the start of living in Korea in general, I don't think it mattered what city I ended up. I think in general, it's like moving to a new country. There's a lot of like culture shocks, a lot of growing and learning. I think for me, I didn't realize how important like the brand of like soap that I use on my clothes, stuff like that. Like, I had that familiar scent. I'm like,
Oh, like the smell of home for you?
yeah. So I didn't realize I would get homesick. Because, like, I think for me, it's like there's certain, like, foods or snacks that I, like, crave. And I realize that you can't get that here. Like, I really love Doritos.
Girl, you're not getting American Doritos.
Yeah, not American
Korean
Doritos. I want that, like, that artificially flavored cheese with that little kick of spice.
The Doritos in Korea taste so damn healthy.
Yeah,
Like,
they're healthy for
where
sure.
are the chemicals?
Yeah.
We need the American chemicals.
But
That's
I
how
do.
feel about,
Yeah, you go.
I was
ahead.
gonna say that's how I feel about Cheetos in Korea.
Yes, I'm telling you guys, like, Cheetos in Korea is not the same as American Cheetos. Give me my unhealthy Cheetos, please.
Yeah, the Cheetos out here just taste too healthy. I know the Korean government loves its citizens. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
The American government doesn't care about us.
Yeah.
So we got, PFAS and chemicals in our food.
Yeah.
But the flaming hot Cheetos are just special in my heart.
They
you
hit
know?
different.
Yeah,
Especially that if you add some lime, it's so
Oh!
good. Yes.
You are Mexican.
Yes. I think for me, my favorite Korean snack is probably turtle chips. That got a little turtle on it. It's so cute.
Wait, is it the cracker, almost like cracker one? Turtle chips.
It's like a shape of a shell. Like it's like so good. Like the original, like
Google it.
actually that's like my first Korean snack was the turtle chips in the States. I tried it and I'm like, I need to find every flavor of turtle chips and eat it.
Okay, let me see if I've tried it.
Moving to Korea, it doesn't matter if it's Kunsan or Busan or Seoul. I think it's gonna be overall. I've never lived in a country outside of America, so there's gonna be a lot of new experiences that I was not ready for.
Like what
Yeah.
type of experiences have you had in Korea that you
I
were
was-
shocked?
I think for me, well, for starters, like the bus system is like it's really good in Seoul, right? Like super fast buses, and like you miss a bus, it's okay. There's another one coming.
5 minutes later, you'll get
Yeah,
another one.
literally,
Yeah.
it's so great.
Yeah.
But in like the smaller like towns, they're actually like if you miss a bus, you gotta wait an hour or so.
An hour?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm spoiled. I live in Seoul. An hour is insane.
Yeah, and
Oh
so
my
if I miss
God.
my bus, I'm like, oh, sucks to suck.
I would go back home at that point. Like, why am I?
I'm like, I'm gonna take a taxi. I have to.
Yeah, and that's money, more money spent.
Yeah.
And that was crazy. Okay.
But I really do think the taxis here are, even though it's like 16,000 won, which is like what, maybe $14 in the US.
13, 14.
It's not that bad because I'm thinking of when I took Uber in the States and like they have
Sure.
super sketchy people and it's super expensive and they charge you random unknown charges. But in Korea, it's like if you use like the right app, they're ready to charge you exactly what you're going to be charged, and the drivers are all like certified background checks, so you're not going to have a weird creepy guy kidnap you.
Maybe in the countryside.
Oh.
Okay, not kidnapping. I've never been kidnapped. But I do have to say, allegedly, I have heard this about, I'll specifically say Seoul. I
Yeah.
heard this from a Korean person
Oh.
who's older. He was like 46. And he said that, allegedly, let me say allegedly one more time, but they told me that some taxi drivers are actually people who have a criminal background. And because they
Oh.
can't get other jobs, they usually tend to do taxi work. And I was told this after I got in a taxi accident and my driver just completely denied it. And we had to go to like the police and all this big issue. And that the Korean man who was helping me at that time was just like, you have to be careful. Like most of these people are not good people. This is a Korean person saying this. A lot of my taxi drivers have been really
Yeah.
good people, but I have had some experiences where I'm like, oh, you're sketchy too, type of thing.
Oh.
Yeah, but girl, I'm so happy
I
you
haven't
haven't
had
had
that.
that.
Thank
I'm so
God.
happy you haven't.
I would
Yeah.
say, and also buses. I haven't like rode public transportation much in the States.
Yeah.
We don't really have
Girl, yuck.
that much accessibility, unless you're
So
in New York or
dirty.
Cali, maybe.
Even that is so dirty.
Yeah. So the,
Yeah.
the buses are super clean here. I absolutely love like the AC that's in there. It's just like really comfortable. I think the only thing that scared me is like I have no balance at all. So if you're standing there, you're holding on for dear life because it's a roller coaster. That's straight up
The
true.
amount
Like,
of times I'm almost flown in the
yep,
bus,
yep.
and they don't care. They're just like,
Yeah, they have places to be, and so do we. So I mean, I can't judge them.
You
That's
can't
fair.
just really, you really have to hold on to a
Yeah.
pole in a bus in Korea. You
Yeah.
will fly.
Yep, it's
Yeah.
true.
Oh my god. Okay, so that has been another type of culture shock, a positive culture shock, I would say,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Because like the buses are cleaner, our trains are cleaner. What other culture shocks do you feel like you faced?
Okay, so I don't know if this happened in Seoul, like ever happens in Seoul, but when I was living in Kunsan, I've had experiences where I'm like shopping, I'm only buying a couple of things, and everyone's familiar with pali pali culture,
Chop
which
chop.
I get. Like, you know what, you got places to be, that's
Yeah,
fair. But
yeah.
for me, if I'm buying like 3 items, like I don't understand why it's so hard for someone to not just wait for their turn. When you're checking out, like the cashier,
okay.
she's checking my items, there's no problem.
Yeah.
But like the next person is literally shoving items before like I'm even done, like my items are being done
Yeah.
scanned. I'm almost paying for her items. I'm like, what is this? So I think stuff
Yeah.
like that. Or one time I was with a Korean friend
Mhm.
and this lady that was right behind us is literally my friend, me, because we're paying for our items separately.
Oh, separate. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my friend is finishing, and I'm about to put my item. Like literally, it's about to put it down, like right there. But that lady, that Ajuma, was so fast. She like puts her items, she cuts in front of me, and I'm like,
I don't care.
I don't want drama, okay? So I'm like gasped, like, what is this? And then my Korean friend was also shocked, but she didn't want to like cause drama, so
Yeah.
we just let the lady pay, and she left. And I'm like, I thought that was so rude, but people got places to be, and it's not always
I
experienced.
think
It just
it is still
happens
rude.
sometimes.
It does happen sometimes. I think that's still rude, though. I think you should wait for the person in front of you to like pay first and then
Yeah.
go. But one thing about ajumas, they don't have time.
Mhm.
You will get out of their way. They're like,
Yeah.
I don't got time for this. And it's equal opportunity for everyone. They don't only do this to foreigners.
Yeah,
To
yeah,
Koreans,
yeah.
they will also cut them in line.
That's true.
So it's like, don't get offended if it happens to you. And if
Yeah.
you speak out for yourself, they'll probably go back.
Yeah.
But I don't argue with older people.
Yeah, I don't. I just let them be. Do your thing. I'll do my
Yeah,
thing.
Just like, you know what? You've lived so long that I
Mm.
feel like I should just respect you and just let you have it. Now, if it's a younger person, I'm definitely saying something.
Yeah.
Get thee behind. Like,
Yeah,
what is
I think
that?
that's hard. It's like
Yeah.
I thought like being a teacher, you would get like respect, and like I mean, I think in general you should respect all like adults,
Everyone, yeah.
everyone, yeah,
Yeah.
not just adults, each other. I'm big on respect. So even if someone like does me dirty, I'll still respect them because that's between like them and God. You know, they're acting up.
Yeah.
But I've had like kids, like I would say maybe between the ages of like 10 through 13 years old. I don't know exactly. I'm really bad at these kids all look so young. It's hard to read them sometimes.
Americans are terrible at telling people.
Yeah,
secrets.
I'm
Like,
terrible.
I'm also not that good at it. Yeah.
But this kid, like, literally is plenty of space, and there's like a puddle, and I'm walking by, and he like skids his bike and splashes me, and I'm like, And he's like laughing, and he goes away, and I'm like, I think that's rude. I don't care if it's to me or to another Korean. It doesn't matter. You shouldn't do that to anyone.
Very rude. It's very
So,
rude.
but that's never happened to me in like Seoul. It's only like my bad little like rude interactions have been more like the countryside.
But, yeah.
But I want to say this is like not all people in the countryside are rude. I just want to let you guys know
if
that.
anything, they're probably nicer than Seoul. Just
There's super sweet people
Yeah.
out there, people who help me get to places, helping me get my trash bag.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to generalize. I never want to generalize. It's just some people.
Some. This podcast is basically some.
Yeah,
some
some.
people, not everybody.
Exactly.
But when you said the whole kid thing, I've had like situations where kids have done something that have made me uncomfortable or said something that made me uncomfortable. But in Korea, like if I was in America, I would like directly say to the kid, like, yo, that's not cool. Like, you don't do that, especially if I'm an adult and you're a child.
Yeah.
But the law in Korea and how it defends children,
Yeah.
I try, and also how parents, like from what I've seen, some Korean parents are very defensive when it comes to like other people correcting their child.
Yeah.
So like I'm always tiptoeing. I'm like, I can't. First of all, I don't want to say anything and offend the parent. Second of all, I don't want to say anything and seem like I'm trying to put this child in their place when I'm a foreigner. On top of that, because there's always that foreign experience where it's like you came from your country and you think you can teach our children. And it's like, well, I was once a child too, and I know I should respect adults.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't really say anything back to children.
Yeah.
But I wish I could.
Yeah.
I wish
That's
I could
fair.
be like, yo, come back here. Say sorry.
Yeah.
You can't just be like splashing water on adults like that. That's very rude.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's a Korean child, an American child.
Yeah,
like,
same. Like,
don't do that.
Just don't do it. I think.
Don't do that.
Yeah, for me it's the same because especially like I noticed the parenting style has changed over the years. So discipline is either minimized or it's like non-existent, and you can tell that by the behavior of kids everywhere, not just here in Korea, like everywhere in the world. And so I think that plays a factor with kids feeling they can do whatever they want.
They can do whatever they want.
I'm just like, I don't like I said, I don't want to cause drama.
Yeah.
Like you said, we're foreigners, you know. We can't just like we're never above the law. We're never.
No.
We're just trying to keep our peace, do our thing.
We're trying to survive, okay?
trying to survive, you know.
Yeah.
We're not here to start drama.
We're not here to teach anybody anything about their kids. That's your kids.
Yeah.
But it's just an observation.
Exactly.
I always say that. It's just an observation that, especially because I've lived here for 8 years and I haven't really lived in America for those 8 years.
Yeah.
So I've seen like the change in parenting styles in Korea specifically. And America, I've seen online the parenting styles changing. But yeah, like, listen, don't tell nobody's kid anything in Korea. If you're one of those
Facts.
adults who's like, let me tell you, don't do that. Leave
don't
these
do
kids
that.
alone. Like, they will call the police on you. The police will be on their side.
Yeah, but she's right.
Yeah, the law is always with the child in Korea, no matter what. Like, there have been so many cases where, you know, like, by the way, this is, actually, no, I'll take that back. I was going to say this is in every country, but I think Korean law coddles kids a lot, while as American law, you'll be treated like an adult.
Yep.
Like in
Juvie.
Korea, they will be with adults in jail too. They're
Yep.
like, oh, you murdered who? Adults jail. But here it's like, they get like a slap on their wrist. Oh, you murdered someone, slap. You stole a car, slap.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you guys are coddling the kids too much.
That's
here.
true. I think so.
And then
too.
America is like, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah, seriously.
Jail.
Yeah.
So yeah, be careful. Don't speak to people's children anyhow when you come to Korea.
Yeah.
The law is on their side. Yeah, sorry, this is never about me or the kids, but back to you.
The kids.
It was never
The
about
children.
the kids. Yeah, save the kids, guys. Save.
Yeah.
just-
But I think
yeah.
overall, like I did like with adjusting to Korea, I think that it was hard for me because like first of all, I'm in a new place, not just like in like a new country, but like literally like the age group. So I'm turning 30 this Friday. My birthday's Friday.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. 30 is such a good age.
I know, right? I
It's
feel
such
like
a
we
good
just
age.
started our life.
Well, you just got married. I haven't started my life yet. I'm still trying.
Girl, I'll pray for you. I got your back.
Please keep me a good man.
I got you.
You gotta be specific in
Good.
those prayers, please.
Rich.
Important. Leadership.
Leadership, yes, can lead for
Yes,
sure.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think when I first got here, had a really hard time because I didn't know anybody. Like, yeah, I knew my boss, but like, you can't be friends with your boss. That's no,
Really? Yeah,
no. You should never. It doesn't matter where you're from.
No, even if they tell you
America,
we're family,
Italy,
no, you're not
No.
family to that person.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
real quick, if you like did that, it's just
Make one
asking
mistake.
for trouble.
You're
Yeah.
not friends anymore.
Yeah, you do something wrong at work, they're gonna bring it up when you're hanging out, and you're like, "Ooh, we're
Then you're
friends.
like,
We're
"Oh,
not in the work
yeah,
zone."
Like, what is this?
Yeah, so I don't recommend. I mean, I'm not friends with any of my bosses, but I'm just saying in general, I
Don't
don't
be
think you
friends
should
with
do
your
it.
boss. Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't have any like friends, and like I got a couple of friends from church actually, but they were military, so they had to go back to
Oh,
the States, and I'm
that's
like,
so
I
sad.
miss you.
That's so
But
sad.
I met a couple of friends in Kunsan, and I was thankful for them. And those who left, I'm like, wish you never left, but you know, you gotta serve the country, you gotta do your thing, which I understand.
Thank
Gotta
you
work.
for your service.
Yes, thank you for your service. And then those who are staying, I actually have a friend who's still in Kunsan. She's chilling, doing her thing, working as a teacher.
Okay, period.
But she was public school, so
Oh.
she gets all the fun benefits of
She's
public
not a
school.
Hagwon girly.
Yeah, not a Hagwon girly.
No,
So-
well, all the girlies are struggling, but the Hagwon
Yeah.
girlies really
Yeah,
struggle.
if you know,
And the
you
boys.
know. That's all we
Yeah.
gotta say. If you know, you know.
Check the channel. We have a lot of examples, actually, for sure. Because you obviously were in a new country, you didn't really speak the language. Wait, did you speak fluently or semi-fluently at that point?
Oh no, like I would say I only knew was the greetings, like literally 안녕하세요,
Yeah.
and then like saying my name. That's all. I did not know enough to ask for food items, or I would just say like 하나 라떼 주세요. Like literally, that's all. And so
Yeah.
yeah,
So you were
it's-
trying at least.
I was trying, yeah,
You
and
weren't
I was
just walking in with English.
yeah, I'm no, I don't believe in doing that. I think okay, this is my hot take, and I might get hate for this. My hot take is like I don't understand why people who speak English come to a foreign country and expect and demand people to speak English. Like
Exactly.
as much as I love English, I think this is like I know like for a fact that like literally this is their country. We should respect it and learn basic phrases. That's not the end of the world. Like
Yep.
I don't care if you're a
Ex-
tourist living here. You should know
You
Korean.
gotta learn like
Yeah.
the basics, meaning hello, thank you, sorry. Can I get? I would like.
Yeah.
I think those are like very basic phrases that you would know
Yeah.
because Koreans don't have to speak English.
They don't have to.
Like-
This is their country.
yeah, this is
Literally.
Korea. There's only 5% foreigners. Like you should definitely know the basics.
Yeah.
And I get the biggest ick when I see people come from their country and expect Koreans to speak their language.
Yeah, that's
Whether it be
rude.
Japanese, Chinese,
Yeah.
English, whatever language,
Yeah.
I just get the biggest ick because I'm like, you left your country to visit this country and
Mm-hmm.
you think they're just gonna speak your language?
I thought because of like what I saw on TikTok and YouTube, like that should not be a reliable source, by the way. But
This podcast should be though. Check the podcast.
This is your manual. I'm just kidding. But I thought that like because they're like, oh yeah, they speak English. Just say what you want.
Mm-hmm.
They'll understand you, even if they don't respond back. They understand. Which yeah, I would say like no matter where you go, there is gonna be some Koreans who do like understand
Yeah.
and may not be able to respond.
Huh.
Oh, not the mosquito.
Not the mosquito just sitting on our arm.
Sorry, I
it
smell
smells
like
that peach.
that smells my
It
peachy,
smells like
my
peach.
peachy Bath and Body Works. It's like I'm
let
after
me-
you.
Let me sit down here, ma'am. Yeah.
But I think like the fact of the matter is like it makes them happy and they feel respect when you talk Korean. So for the longest time, this is like totally embarrassing, but I'm just gonna share it anyways. But
Yeah.
actually, I didn't know that bathroom Hwangjanchia.
화장실,
I
yeah.
used to think it had the little circle thing, the sound. So I was like, 황장실 어디예요? And they'll be like, they know, but they understand what I'm talking about.
I know they're like, okay, I know what you're
Yeah,
saying, but
they're like, she's struggling, but she needs the bathroom more. So I didn't know until like
Yeah.
my husband corrected me. He's
Yeah.
like, why you keep saying the sound? There's no
황장실.
And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And he's like, let me show you. And he showed me the word. And I'm like, I feel so dumb right
And
now.
you've been saying it for the longest, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, nobody corrected, but because they understand, they're probably not gonna correct you.
So
Yeah.
to those who I've said that to, thank you for understanding me.
We appreciate y'all.
But
for
now I
that.
know how to say it, guys.
화장실.
Yeah. So
Yeah, because Korean is really hard to be
Yeah.
honest. I think I recently saw a ranking of like the world's hardest language, and I think it
Mm-hmm.
was Chinese, Arabic, and then Korean. Which I think to different linguists, like they might think Korean is a little easier, or a little like it
Yeah,
depends on the
yeah,
person.
yeah.
But Korean is really not an easy language. Like
Yeah.
if you really think about it, especially to people who only know one
Yeah.
Western language before learning
That's
Korean.
true.
It's even harder.
yeah.
So yeah, Korean. Great language though.
Top
Yeah.
notch.
So you ended up moving from Kunsan to another city. Where did you end up moving?
So I ended up moving to Icheon, which is not
Oh,
Incheon.
Icheon?
Everyone says
Yeah,
Incheon. It's not
Icheon.
Incheon. Icheon.
Yeah.
So there's no N, guys. We have a place that's they're known for is like their really good like rice, like
I was
high
just
quality
about
of
to
rice,
say that. Oh my God, their rice is
and
so good.
pottery, guys, pottery. Okay, there's a
Their rice
porcelain
is
museum.
delicious.
It's amazing.
Oh, I haven't gone to that
Yeah,
yet.
it's beautiful there. Yeah.
Icheon has. I used to go to this restaurant in Icheon where they like serve what would have been served in the Joseon era as a king's meal.
Yeah.
So it's like a full table of just
Ah.
dishes all over, and the rice was just special.
Yeah,
The rice
so
is
delicious.
so good in Icheon. Yeah, definitely visit Icheon. But yeah,
Yeah.
back to you.
So I ended up moving to Icheon.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, how I got there is because I got married. I had to move where my husband's at.
Yeah.
We're not doing long distance.
Congratulations, girl. No, not in the
Thank
same
you.
country. Come on. Congratulations.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I do remember the first time I stalked you a bit. The first time I saw your form. I don't think you were married at that
No,
time.
yeah.
This first of all, let me tell you, this girl left a line in the guest form, and I was like, Bella, what am I supposed to do with this in the guest form? She was like, just one line, and I was like, girl. And then I checked again, I think very recently, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, you're married.
Yeah.
She's a whole married woman, like, period. A very Christian love story. I was like,
Yeah.
period. But yeah, you ended up meeting your husband. And would you want to talk about your husband? or would you
Yeah,
like to
yeah.
avoid it?
So I'll not say his name.
Mm-hmm.
If you, I mean, I'm sure you can find it if you find my social media. But so for starters, disclaimer: I don't think all dating apps are bad, but also be careful.
Period.
Use discretion. Okay. So like I said, like obviously I was lonely in Korea. There's not many people to meet, and I've done some language exchange apps because I really wanted to learn the language Korean.
Yeah.
But half of the time it was like either it was the guys wanting to learn English, but they don't want to help me learn Korean.
Yeah.
And when I say guys, I mean like none of the girls would connect with me. And I'm like, connect with me, ladies. I want to have some girl time. Talk
Girl
about
time.
like some juicy tea and stuff.
Yeah.
But it was like Korean guys that would connect with me, not the girls. And so I had guy friends in the States, so I thought it was no problem. Like, okay, like we can learn languages. But some of the guys that also were learning English, they changed my meetup to a date without telling
I
me.
see what you mean.
They'll be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, we're gonna meet up for studying English," and all of a sudden they're like, "Okay, so tell me, like, how long have you been here, and are you open-minded?" And I'm like, "No, no, no, no.
That's not
We're
why
not
here.
doing that. We're not doing this open-minded stuff."
Mhm.
So I shut it down. I was like, I'm not doing any more language exchange.
Yeah.
I'm not giving free English lessons, guys.
Literally free
I just
English
wanted
lessons.
to like literally do an exchange,
Yeah.
learn the language. Not all people are like that, I'm sure there's some great people on the language exchange apps, but it was just not a good experience for me.
Yeah.
But after that, I went on the dating apps because I was like, I want to go on some dates. Why not? But the thing is, it is hard to distinguish if the person's actually like a good person or not, because I would like go on a couple of dates and they would say they're Christian, but then when you meet with them in person, like eating dinner or something, they would ask if you're open-minded. And I'm like, this Christian girl is not open-minded.
The
No,
open-minded
sir.
you're thinking is not what I
Yeah.
am.
I'm like, no, thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
And I would try to like find someone that's like-minded, because for me, my faith is very important.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I asked a couple of questions and they failed those tests, come to find out a lot of times they're just putting the label because they wanted like a good girl, and so-
Literally that.
yeah, they just want a
Yeah.
good girl, but not to date. They just want like to use. So
Yep.
yeah, it was not a good experience, and I disliked that. Literally, one of the guys made me pay for the meal. He was like, "It's American style." I was like, "No, it's not."
What do you mean it's American?
But I was too
style?
uncomfortable, so I paid. And
Girl, I would have sat down there and just looked at him.
I know I should have left and let him pay.
Yeah,
But
like, but I'm not paying for this date that you took me on. What?
I was like, okay, not you being broke, but okay.
Not a brokey.
I'm making less than you props, but okay. But it only
As
happened
an
one
English
time.
teacher. Yeah.
Right? And so after that, I was like so done. And I remember going to my favorite lake, it's Umpa Lake in Kunsan. I'm walking around and I'm like praying, and I'm like, God, I can't do this anymore. Like, there's nobody in my church that's like single and eligible. The guys I meet online are not my type. They're not good guys. And I'm like, I just want to give this desire to you. And so I prayed and cried and probably said a bunch of other things, pulling and getting here. If you love me, Lord, to this. I'm just
Show
praying.
me your love.
Yeah, I'm like praying. I'm like, God, I need you to work a miracle here, because like I had like in my, I wouldn't say like an intense list, but just like, someone who can lead, someone who loves the Lord, like just simple things like that. Someone that would take care of me. And like, because I've been an independent girl in my whole life, so
Oh, child, yeah.
that's why for me it's like I just want to like find a reason to settle down. Because if it wasn't for that, if the guy is gonna be all like, you do whatever, and he's making me make all the decisions, I don't want that. I can just be single, you know?
Yeah, literally that.
Yeah. So I prayed that, and after like I would say literally after that prayer, either within the same week or the next week, I matched up with my husband.
Yeah.
Well, now husband. We weren't married. Duh.
Yeah, they got married.
Yeah.
Later on. Yeah.
Later on. So he was what I like appreciated about him, and like what stood out to me was that he was a very go-getting type of guy. The other guys were just like oh, show me your body, or are you open-minded? Like they were not giving me substance.
No substance. Yeah.
But this guy, like literally my like husband now, he was asking me so many questions: where I'm from, my hobbies, what's my favorite food, if I can go anywhere in the world, do I serve in church? Which at the time in Kunsan, I was in a choir, so I was like, yeah, I sing. I've led a Sunday school once, you know. Like, I'm like, I'm a good girl.
I'm for the Lord, of course.
And so he was telling me like he was looking for someone that loves the Lord and would serve in church ministry. Like that's a huge deal for him. And I'm like, oh, me too.
Yeah.
So that's
What a
how we
perfect
we
match.
got connected.
Yeah.
And I couldn't meet with him until like over a month later because he's been busy and he had to go back to the Philippines because his brother was getting married last year. Yeah.
Congratulations to the brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so then I was just like, I just want to meet you. Cause like, I know it sounds crazy to people, but like, I know I hate the saying, if you know, you know, but like God like puts it in me. Like I could just tell like, this is the one, you know, it just sounds weird, but like, it's a gut feeling. It just felt so
100%.
natural.
Like very much intuition.
Yeah,
Intuition
yeah.
right
It's just like
there,
you can't explain. Like with any other guy I've dated, it doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
It just did not click. It just did not. It just felt wrong. And so with this guy, I was just like, "Wow, this is crazy." And I like prayed about it, and then like he came to Kunsan to meet with me.
Period. As you should.
Yeah, I was gonna meet with him. I was gonna meet with him. He's like, "No,
No.
I'm the gentleman." I was
Rest.
like, I was gassed. I was like, "Ooh,
oh, a man came
okay."
for me.
Yeah, I said, "Okay."
Yeah, sis, you gotta rest.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he actually, it's funny because like he like found like the Starbucks because he'd never been there before, so he's like, I need to find a local place. So he went to Starbucks and waited for me, and I was getting my nails done that day. I was like, I'm gonna look cute.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, I'm here, and he was like, I think an hour early, and I'm like,
wow.
I'm still getting my nails done.
Yeah.
So I felt so bad. I'm like, I don't want him to think I'm ghosting him,
That would be
and
terrible.
because that's happened before. People ghost here, and it's awful. Don't do it.
Yeah, they just don't care. They're like, eh.
Yeah, they really do that. But yeah, like I ended up going to Starbucks to meet with him, and like he was just as good as the pictures. I was like,
He's not
yes.
a catfish.
Yeah, he's not a catfish. That happens a lot here too.
It does.
I mean, everywhere, not just here. In the States, it happens
Yeah.
too. Catfish are
100%.
crazy,
Yeah,
especially
catfish
with
is-
AI.
The filters
Fake.
and AI is just
Fake.
child. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's crazy. We ended up like really like having a great time, and we ended up like dating for a short period of time actually because like I'm now like this Friday I'll be 30, and I like know exactly what I'm looking for, and he knows exactly what he's looking for. So I mean, people might judge me for this, but I'm like, why wait? When you already know, you know. We already had our arguments, so we've seen each other's like bad sides. It's not like,
yeah.
oh, everything's heavenly, and we
Yeah.
only see good sides.
Yeah.
Like we saw the bad sides, And so knowing that we had the same common faith and common goals,
Very important.
we're like, why wait, And so a week after my birthday, he actually proposed to me. It was really, really crazy because like we've only dated for like about 3 months, I would say.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, crazy.
Y'all knew.
Yeah, new.
Yeah.
And so I was like shocked because I was like, I did not picture myself engaged this soon. But at the same time, I'm like, you know what? When you know, you know.
You're like, this is gonna be my husband anyway. So,
Exactly.
yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
that's my man.
Yeah.
But it's funny because I got backlash from some people at my church, and like
Oh.
they were just worried for me. Like
Yeah.
they just
Which
want to make sure it's
understandable.
fair, you
Yeah,
know.
understandable.
They want to make sure that I'm not marrying like someone that's bad,
Yeah.
and like some people in the States have objections, but my family were all for it. All my family,
Okay.
they're like, you
Yeah.
got it, good
Yeah.
job.
They trust your intuition.
Yeah,
They're like, you
they
got it.
know because I
Yeah.
in college I didn't date,
Mhm.
so like they know I'm like strict on what I wanted, and so they're like, yeah, girl, you found someone that loves you, you love him, and you both have the same faith. They're like, that's all
Yeah.
that matters to them.
Yeah.
And so for me, I was like so overthinking everything. I'm like, I don't know, maybe you should be engaged for like a year or two.
Yeah.
Like I was overthinking everything. But then my husband's like, why? Like, why you want to wait? Is there something wrong? Are you like hesitate about me? And I was like, no, it's me. I'm the problem.
It's literally
I'm
not you.
overthinking.
Yeah.
I'm a people pleaser.
Yeah. Oh, my
So-
girl. We're the worst. People
Yeah.
pleasers, we are the worst. Yeah.
And then it hit me. One of my friends, she actually told me, like, her name's Keisha.
Mhm.
I love her. She's the one that
That's a cute
recommended me to
name.
Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah, Keisha.
Mhm.
She told me, like, girl, like, I have a friend who also got married after dating for a short time, and she's like, when you know, like my friend who's like that married in a short period of time, she's like, they're happily married. People
Okay.
judge them, but they're happily married. They
Yeah.
love, they're serving the Lord together.
Yeah.
And she's like, if you know, you both pray about it, you both know,
Mm-hmm.
don't care what people say. Like, in the end of the day, you're not marrying everybody.
You're
You're
not.
marrying that man.
Mhm, that's who you're living with, not everybody.
Yeah. So I was like, that's some good advice, Keisha.
Yeah.
I was so thankful for her because like she actually helped me like just remove the like hate, remove the like worry. And then my mom passed away actually last year.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm sorry
she-
to hear that.
She passed in November,
Yeah.
and it was a very hard time because we decided to.
I'll bleep out the name.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
We actually like talked about getting married, like like city hall kind of thing, like
Oh,
elope. Yeah,
wow, just
Elope.
eloping. Yeah.
Yeah, elope. And we were planning on doing that. It's already set. We have all our papers, but I had to go to America last minute because of my mom.
Mhm.
She was super sick, and she passed before I could get there. It's a
Oh,
very
my goodness.
difficult time.
Yeah.
I was like really distraught, and like it's kind of hard like going back to the States because you have the time zone change, you're jet lagged, you're tired, and so like going back there, it was just really hard and difficult. Spending time with my siblings and just like saying bye to her, and then like going back to Korea. It was like I think I only spent like 2 or 3 days in the States. It was very
wow, that
quick.
was really fast.
Yeah, it was very fast. It was
Yeah.
a really tough situation.
Yeah.
Just stuff with family drama and like was not too happy about the results of things.
Mhm.
So I left early for my mental health sake.
Mhm.
And when I came back to Korea, it was our appointment was like 2 days after, and he was like, "Are you sure you still want to like elope?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"Yes, why not?" Like, even though I am grieving my mom's loss, I don't see her as the type of mom that wouldn't want me to be happy. Like, because before she passed, a couple months before that, she was able to like kind of not meet him in video call, but like with pictures and like audio. I talked to her a bit with like audio messages. She was just like telling me how happy she was for me. And so I was just thinking, like, I don't think my mom will want me. Like, yes, I can still grieve for her,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
she wouldn't want me to like postpone my whole life.
No, I don't think,
you know.
Yeah, no, I don't think
So-
Yeah. And he's like, at that point, your husband was your happy place. So
Yeah.
why take out your happiness because you're still grieving? Like, you can do both at the same time, I think.
Yeah. It was a
Yeah.
weird feeling because I feel like I was like, am I allowed to be happy?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
felt like
that's
a weird like feeling mixture of like happiness and also I guess I was still shocked.
Mhm.
I think I didn't fully get to like hit me of the grief until like December.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But during that time, like my husband was still in Icheon. I was
Yeah.
in Kunsan.
yeah.
So it was so
Oh, my
difficult. Like long
goodness.
distance is hard, guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I don't know how people do it. I
Especially
can't
when
do
you're
it.
going through loss, like that's to be
Yeah.
like so because you want your partner to be with you.
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
And it's not the same. Like, and yes, I'm thankful for the time we're living in where we have like social media, video calls, stuff like that. It's, better than like sending letters with pigeons,
Imagine
Yeah.
that.
But still, it's so difficult. And yes, Korea does have really great transportation. You can take a bus to Icheon in like 3 hours. But the thing is, with my job and with his
job
church
too.
commitments and
Yeah.
his job,
Yeah.
we didn't have time to like meet as much. And so for us, we were just like, we need to make this work. We need to like move in together, And so, yeah, I actually, like, after my contract with my school finished, I actually moved to Icheon.
So you decided you were like, I'm packing up.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
This
Bye.
is my husband now, so
Yeah.
might as well just move on.
Yeah, everyone was
Okay.
supportive, so I was thankful.
Yeah. Oh, that was so nice. So you ended up leaving your church family in Kunsan to make another church family in
Yes.
Icheon. Yeah. How
Yeah.
was that?
Yeah, so it's a big difference. So, like, it's really cool because, like, moving to Icheon, my husband's church is actually, so it's a big Korean church, but there's, like, a separate service for, like, the Filipinos.
Oh,
And so, yeah, it's really
that's
cool.
so specific.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Okay.
So, like, I think it's amazing because, like, they get to be really, like, closer, like a family,
It's
right?
a community for them.
Yeah, it's a community for them.
Yeah.
So it's like a chance where they were able to sing like praises in their language and just
I
have
love
that community
that.
of like hanging out with each other.
Yeah.
And I was nervous at first because I'm like, first of all, I don't speak Korean. They speak Korean
Yeah.
pretty well, and also Tagalog, which is their language.
Mhm.
And I'm like, I don't know any of those languages.
Yeah.
But
Which is
thankfully,
like-
they know like enough English that
Yeah.
like they're so sweet and welcoming.
Filipinos are very, from what I've seen, because I've been to the Philippines, and I was like, oh, such sweet people.
Yeah, they're so sweet. And
Yeah.
so I didn't realize like how big of a role my husband plays in the church. He is like a pianist,
Mhm.
and then like his pastor is like so trusting of him that when there's like a time when the pastor needs to step out on some business, he's able to like
Wow.
call my husband and be like, hey, like, can you like preach for them?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like my husband at first was a bit nervous about it, but now that he's getting that experience, he's
Mhm.
able to just do it. And
Yeah.
I'm super proud of him. And actually he also serves in like Ichibu, which
Yeah.
is like the kindergarten Sunday school, but it's a Koreans, not the Filipinos. There's not many
Oh.
Filipino children.
Okay.
So like he serves there. I'm like, okay, I'll serve with you,
Mhm.
you know? And so we're there like in the morning, and then the service that we go to, the Filipino service, is afternoon.
Mhm.
So we're
Wait,
in
is
church
it all in
day.
Tagalog? The Filipino
Oh
service?
yeah, no, I should clarify. So the pastor speaks Korean, so he's Korean. He speaks Korean. Then they have a translator who translates it in English.
Oh, okay.
So some of the people there, they just prefer English instead because their Korean is still growing.
Right,
Way better than mine though. 100% way better
We're all
than mine.
learning. Because you are married to another foreigner, you're not married to a Korean. Has that been different for you in terms of like living in Korea?
Yeah, I would say what I thought like when it comes to like planning a family. So like as of right now, we're thinking maybe in the future in a year or so to like have kids. The hospitals here in Korea are really great. Like honestly, a lot more affordable than the States.
America, yeah.
Yeah, America is super expensive. But the thing is, like, a lot of the packages that they have is mostly catered to like Korean moms or
Right.
like foreigners, like spouses of Koreans.
Right,
That's the best way to put it. And so, in regards to like us, they don't really have that many. They have some deals, but not as many. But I would say in regards to like getting the papers ready for our marriage, we didn't really have that much difficulty.
Okay.
Because like Korea, they have like our respected embassies. So I went to U.S. embassy, got my paperwork, and then he got his from the Filipino embassy. And then I think we only had to go to his one Korean office to like basically like
Okay.
put our name in the registry.
Just to say we are legally
Yeah,
married.
we are
in
legally
Korea
married.
too.
Yeah, but I think in regards to like other things, I mean, we're still pretty freshly married, so I would say like we haven't experienced any difficulties as far as it goes. And I'm really thankful that my husband knows Korean.
Yeah.
Because he really helps me out a lot, especially living in a smaller like town area where like if you go to the hospital, they don't know enough
Yeah.
English, and like I mean, I should learn Korean so I can tell them where I'm sick. But my
Girl,
husband,
even after learning
helps-
Korean, I cannot speak hospital Korean.
yeah, hospital Korean, gotta know
It's-
all those medical terms.
There's so much to explain. And it's like your health. So you really need to explain
Yeah.
it, you know? Yeah.
So I think that's the only thing I can think of at this
yeah,
moment.
yeah. It's perfect that your husband speaks Korean for sure.
Yeah,
I think the
so
experience
thankful.
would be completely different if you both didn't speak the
Yeah,
language
I think we would
and
have
you
a
were
hard
living
time.
here. Yeah. Do you see yourself, you and your husband, living in Korea like for the long run, or do you see yourself moving back to the States or the Philippines?
I would love to. I really love Korea a lot,
Mm-hmm.
actually. The food, the culture, the church we're at. Like, I'm a huge nature girly,
Mm-hmm.
so just I was so happy. Like, just almost anywhere you go, there's like mountains.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, I love nature.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much open to wherever God leads us. I'm very open to wherever. But I think for me, I told my husband I would love to live here for a long time, and in hopes that I can also like learn the language quickly. Because even wherever you go next, whether it's the Philippines or back to the States, like learning a new language is really valuable.
Very.
So
Yeah,
we're
very.
open.
Okay. In Korea, while you've been living here, I'm sure they would consider you to be a plus size girly, plus size baddie. How has that been for you?
Yeah, so I didn't realize how big lookism is in Korea. I think for me, it's like actually kind of hard to see because like even like actors or K-pop idols who gain weight regardless of gender, they're so quick. The online netizens are so quick to judge them and
Yeah.
like say they basically equate the haters. I'm not talking about everyone, but
Yeah.
the haters equate like fat or like more of a plus size body with ugly.
Mm.
And I think that's really hurtful because like there's different types of body types, and also there are people who have different health issues.
Yeah.
So I can't remember the name of the K-pop idol at the moment, but there's a girl, she struggled with I think it was like a thyroid issue or something, and the medicine she was taking was causing her to like gain weight. And I thought she looked gorgeous wherever, whether she's slim or whether she's a little plus size, she's beautiful. And she's still like doing a great job dancing, singing.
Dancing and
She's
singing
so
still.
talented.
Yeah, yeah.
So talented. But all people could talk about was her weight. And so I thought that wouldn't really affect me because I'm not a K-pop idol.
Yeah.
I'm just, doing my thing.
Yeah.
But I think for me, it really hits hard is when you're hearing it from people, whether it's like, so Korean people, they mean well. They're really big about being personable. And what I mean by that is like, when they first meet you, they want to know, like, are you married? They want to know, like, what's your, like, weight? I've heard many of them ask me my weight.
They ask you.
Yeah.
They ask you your weight.
Yeah, they've asked me my weight before. But I would say it's like it's either a generational thing. So it's like the older people.
Wow. Okay.
Younger people, not as much.
Yeah.
Unless it was someone that was trying to get like, like you're trying to get close for me or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just like, okay, this is like an awkward question. I don't like answering it. And I have lost weight due to like, we're walking in Korea. It's like so
Everywhere.
safe to walk here. So you can walk here. There's
Yeah.
lots of mountains and hills.
Yeah, yeah.
So like I've lost some weight, but still like it is hard to like fully lose weight because for myself, I do have like PCOS.
Mm.
And for those who may not know much about it, it's kind of like an insulin resistant type of issue where it affects my body. It's hard to lose weight. And if I'm eating the wrong thing, which I don't eat burgers that much, but if I ate a lot of burgers, then it can quickly result in getting diabetes.
Oh wow. Okay.
So like for me, it's like I'm trying my best to eat healthy and trying to exercise. But what's hard is like even at the gym, when I had a gym membership, people would stare at me, and I first thought, oh, because I'm foreigner, like
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah.
But then I realized they weren't staring at me in like an admiring way. They were staring at me like with disgust. And I was just like,
Wow.
it wasn't even it was like the other gym people. It wasn't like the workers. The workers
Yeah.
are super kind.
Yeah.
But I was just like so embarrassed, and I just like felt so uncomfortable in my own skin. And I've tried to go to stores to like buy clothing. Like, Korea has super cute clothes.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Like I love their clothes here. But the problem is even their one size is not one size. It's like I think it's called one size or open size or something.
Free size?
Free size. Thank you. Yeah,
Free
free size is not free, guys.
It is.
Zero. It's like small. It's for small.
It's like a 0 to 2 size.
Yeah, it's like
that's it.
small. And
Yeah.
so I would try to find clothes, even plus size clothes. And I realized that it's not just like plus size clothes that won't fit me, but also the clothes that did fit me, I'm tall than the average Korean. And so I was just like Pooh Bear.
No, not the crop
Not
top.
the crop top. So I'm just like, oh, I'm so sad.
As a tall girl, yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Things are just short for us.
So short.
Yeah.
And so I ended up buying I would say the guy clothes are safe because they have like longer torsos. So I can buy some guy shirts, but I mean it is like fashionable here to wear like guy clothes.
Yeah.
But for me it's like I want to look cute. I want to
want
be
the
in a
cute,
skirt and
yeah.
a dress, like super cute. And also shoes. Like I have big flat feet. I'm like a size 10, 10 and a half, 11 girly.
Dang.
Yeah, I'm a big girl.
Girl.
Big girl. Big feet. And so in Korea,
Yeah.
it's impossible.
Because it's impossible for me at times.
Really?
And I have size 7 feet.
Yeah.
It's like, because I think my size is the last size. And I'm just like, what do
Ah.
girls after that size?
Yeah.
Where do y'all buy shoes?
Yeah. Please
Yeah.
tell me, because the only shoes I've bought here is like men's size shoes, like for sneakers, or they have like some kind of sandal, but it's not cute. I'll have to dazzle it.
It's still a men's shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think with that, feeling I feel discouraged because I would go to stores and my husband wants to buy me something cute for my birthday, and I'm just like, give up.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
crying, and
Yeah.
he's like, he doesn't get it because he can fit the clothes here.
Right.
So he doesn't get it. He's like, but these are plus size area. And I'm like,
Not the same.
but the thing is, like, which I can't blame Korea because, you know, they're creating clothes for their people.
Mhm.
So I can't really fault them to that, even though I thought they would have more, like, plus
Range,
size.
like a bigger
range.
range.
Yeah, because there's more foreigners coming in.
Yeah.
But I forget that, like, you know, usually when you're doing sales, like, you
Mm-hmm.
want to, like, sell clothes that are, like, the most populous, you know? The
100%,
popular size. And I get it, you know?
Mhm.
And so I think for me, like, even though they have some plus size stores,
Mhm.
I think in like Hongdae or Itaewon,
Yeah.
even those stores, because it's smaller, like it's like not like, you know, well, top 10. It's not
Yeah.
like that. It's like literally smaller stores. They have to price them more high.
Wow.
So, yeah, you got that big girl
Okay.
tax.
Not
That's what I
the
call
big
it.
girl tax,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah. So I think for a
Okay.
while that like kind of
That's
killed
very
my self
discouraging.
yeah, it killed my self-esteem for a bit.
Yeah.
But I think what helps me is like knowing that like if I have a goal,
Mhm.
then it's important that as long as I keep that goal, then I shouldn't care what other people think, or
That part.
I shouldn't let it bother me too much
Mhm.
because I don't think Korea is like, you know, purposely trying to say like, oh, people that are fat are like you shouldn't be here. It's not like that. It's
Mhm.
just more of like they are smaller framed, so
Mhm.
they're like what's healthy for them is slim.
Mhm.
But I wish that they had a more positive way of advertising because I noticed that they have like fat clinics.
Big girl, yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
And they have big posters everywhere and stuff. I know
Yeah.
exactly what you're
Yeah,
talking
seeing
about.
poor little
Yeah.
pigs being part of their advertising.
Stop.
And I'm just like, oh, that's me.
Stop.
But
Stop.
I've seen online some content creators who are like not even plus size in my opinion. They're just
Yeah.
curvy girls, you know, beautiful girls.
It's sitting on your face.
It's gonna get
Now
me.
it's coming on me. My God.
But there's
Yeah.
gorgeous girls, and then like this one content creator, she was just like, yeah, like they were like staring at me because I was wearing. I think she was either wearing like something showing her shoulders, and I'm like, she's beautiful. What are these haters talking about?
Yeah.
But I don't think like just disclaimer. I don't want anyone to think that Korea's like fat phobic or
Mhm.
haters. I just think it's a matter of like that's their body type. They're
Mhm.
naturally slim,
Mhm.
and so they're gonna try to cater to that type of audience.
Mhm.
So I don't think in a negative way. Like they mean to be negative in that way. And like when people ask me about my weight, I don't think they're like trying to be malicious.
Mhm.
I think they're just curious.
Mhm.
That's what I think.
Man, I still do think it should be known that there's certain questions you shouldn't ask
Yeah.
someone because at the end of the day, like it's not a nice question to be asked.
Yeah.
It's like, are you asking everybody that, or are you only asking
Yeah.
me that? Because I've never ever gotten that
Yeah.
question, obviously, right? So it's just like, so why? That's still rude, you know?
Mhm.
Do you think it's changing?
I think it's hard for me to say because for me, I really love like entertainment. So I love music, songwriting, acting. I'm into like the entertainment industry,
Mhm.
and I do a lot of like watching of movies, videos, and also reading comments.
Mhm.
But the thing is, like, it's kind of hard for me to say because I think the online haters speak louder than real
100%.
life. So I don't know. Like, I feel like there are like haters out there, but at the same time, I'm like, there's so many people in this world,
Yeah.
and there's so many people in Korea
Yeah.
that have access to online, and I don't think they all think that way, you
Mhm.
know. So I don't know. It's kind of hard to gauge that.
Yeah.
I think if it's like two Koreans, like Koreans judging K-pop idols or actors, it feels the same.
Yeah.
I think to foreigners, it's kind of hard to tell.
Mhm.
I mean, I think they're not. If the actor is pretty well known and like they're beautiful,
Mhm.
I think they're not as harsh. But I don't know. It's hard to say because nowadays, if I see any indication of hate,
Mhm.
I just close the app. I'm like, I don't need to read this hate, even though it's not towards me. I'm
Yeah.
empathetic. I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel for her.
Yeah.
So I comment, "You're beautiful, girl,"
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they are beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
And girls receive it more than guys. That's the thing.
I wonder why.
It's so crazy. I
wonder why.
that was something my husband was talking to me
Yeah.
about the other day. It's like because he gained a little bit. We call it happy weight. He gained some weight.
It's the
since-
relationship weight, guys.
Yeah,
He's
he's
happy
gained
man.
weight since
Yeah.
we got together. And but the
Yeah.
thing is, like, the people in his church, they make jokes about it. They're not like rude about it. They're just
Mm.
making jokes like, "Hey, bro, like
Yeah.
you gained some weight," you know.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I mean, none of the people in my church have said anything to me about me
Mhm.
gaining weight.
Mhm.
But for me, it's like with guys, it's not that big of a deal. It's just like, bro, you just gain a little weight.
Yeah.
But for ladies, like I noticed that for us, we tend to get more like criticism from people, which is insane because like when if a woman decides to like have like a baby, you know, they get pregnant, that fat's not gonna go bye so quickly. It's gonna take time.
Yeah, it takes time for
Yeah.
some people to snap back. Yeah.
Yeah, and so like I wish that society is more understanding towards women's health because I think that when it comes to whether a woman has like PCOS or other, you know, health issues, or if a woman, you know, just gave birth, you shouldn't expect her to be whatever size she was before. She needs some time to
Yeah.
heal and
Yeah.
then get back to the proper shape that she wants to be,
Yeah,
not
that
what the
she
haters.
wants.
Yeah, not the haters. What she prefers, let her
Yeah.
do her.
Yeah, for sure. I was gonna say, from my view, I thought it had changed because I have been seeing a lot more plus size women's stores pop up, even on the app that I use. Usually is Ably.
Okay, I'll have to check
About it.
that out.
Yeah, I've seen like a couple of like stores popping up, but like you said, it could still be like, you know, too short for you because I didn't think about that part,
Yeah.
obviously, right? Because I was like, oh, it's a plus size. 'Cause I don't know, you know, I'm just seeing the words. I'm like, oh, okay, it's plus size.
Yeah.
But like you were saying, maybe it's still not gonna fit because like they're so tiny.
Yeah.
Most Korean women are very tiny.
Yeah.
Very small, so it might not fit still.
Mhm.
But hopefully, like as you know, more foreigners come in, as the world keeps changing,
Yeah.
it changes a lot more, and like
Yeah.
people stop asking those questions.
Yeah.
I don't even like being asked if I'm single. That still pisses me off. I can only imagine somebody was like, "What's your weight?" What does that have
Yeah.
to do with this conversation?
Yeah, for sure.
But you would say your overall experience in Korea has been very positive, right?
Oh yeah, I absolutely love it.
Mhm.
Love it actually. For me, I really enjoy like just so many great conveniences. Like I forgot to mention this earlier, but like Wi-Fi, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. Like
Yes.
everywhere there's Wi-Fi, and the data here, like your phone data, is so strong. Like back in the
Mhm.
States, like if I visited family in Tennessee, driving from Florida to Tennessee, my GPS would like cut off because there's no like
Service,
cell
yeah.
towers, no
Yeah.
service, and so I would have to memorize. Okay, where do I need to go next? What stop? What
Mm.
exit? What sign to look for?
Mhm.
But here in Korea, it's like for my experience at least, I have not experienced any of those like cell tower cut off.
Mhm.
Except I would highly recommend not being on Kakao during a concert because I went to a
Oh.
concert here and like literally like it's hard to like reach anybody because everyone's there using Kakao.
Oh, so there's too much going on
Yeah.
in one area.
Yeah, so I would say for concerts, just have like a meeting spot
Mhm.
where you're gonna go because like depends on when your friends buy a ticket. You're not always guaranteed to sit together.
Mhm.
And so my friend and I, when we went to a Stray Kids concert,
Mhm.
we had to like tell each other, okay, meet by this statue after the like concert.
Yeah.
Because yeah, the self service like it just like it acted up because I think there's just too many people. Kakao's like,
Yeah.
whoa, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
You know. But other than that, I loved Korea. Like I've really enjoyed the experience of not just only like the music, but also I loved like learning the history about Korea. The
Mhm.
hanbok is so beautiful.
So pretty.
And like
Yeah.
how much they preserve their history, I just think it's such a beautiful thing. Seeing how they're so patriotic,
Mhm. Oh, very.
I really loved it. I love learning about their history,
Mhm.
and my goal is we'll see, but my goal is to really visit like all of like the major cities here and just like
okay.
explore what's popular there.
Mhm, mhm.
You know, so I really love Korea a lot, and
You're-
Jeju.
Oh, Jeju is my favorite. I've talked
I'm
about
telling
Jeju
you.
so much on this channel. I know y'all tired of me. But
Jeju.
Jeju is literally my favorite place in Korea. But you're still new, so you have so much exploring to do.
Oh yeah,
Like, Korea looks small on a map, but there's so much to
Yeah.
do in this country. It's actually insane.
Yeah.
I recently saw a comment under one of my videos that somebody was like, I don't understand why people go to Korea. There's nothing to do. And I was literally like,
yeah.
huh?
What?
I was like, you can't be serious. This country has so much to
Yeah.
do. It's actually sometimes too much. Like,
Yeah.
how are y'all thinking of these ideas type of thing?
Mhm.
But I'm happy that you're having a good time in Korea so far.
Yes.
I hope it continues, building. You found your love, like
Yeah.
you want to have a family. And I hope Korea continues to treat you great, like it
Yes.
has so far. But are you okay with us ending the episode here?
Yeah, no problem.
Perfect. Is there anything that you wanted to say that you haven't gotten time to say yet? That you
Oh,
can
wow.
think of?
Wow, pressure.
If there's nothing, as I said, when your life changes and you want to come
Yeah.
back on the podcast, you can always come back.
Oh wow.
Yeah, as soon as I know a face, I'm
sweet.
like, just message me.
Yeah.
Just come,
She's like,
come
I
back.
know you.
Yeah, you don't need the form at that point.
Yeah. I think I just want to say, like, to anyone who is going to a new country, whether it's Korea or anywhere else, I think it's important to do research
Mhm.
and not just look at like foreigners' experience, but just look at like locals. Because I feel like you get a chance to fully understand the country. But I mean, for me, I didn't get a chance to visit here as a tourist. I just straight up moved here. So everyone responds differently, but if you move here, don't let the hard times beat out the good times, okay? Like, there's always something to be thankful for here. And I think as an introvert, there's like a lot of activities for us as well. I know also extroverts. You guys, I'm not leaving y'all
Oh, the
out.
extroverts have everything.
You guys have everything
to do.
here. You guys have so much to do here. So yeah, definitely, I would highly recommend visiting Korea. And I'm so thankful for you.
Oh, girl, thank you for coming. Another story added to the books. It was a great story. I'm so happy that you're having a good time. And like you're married now, you have like a whole life that you're living, and I'm super happy about that. Again, if your story ever changes, if you ever get a child, and want to come back, you can also bring the child. I love babies.
Oh,
my
really?
God. I love kids. I freaking love kids. That's why I have a cat, because I can't have a child yet. So I have a cat.
I need to meet your cat.
Oh my God, I love
have
my
a cat
cat.
too.
I have a cat too. See, I'm
We're
not
meant to be
married yet,
friends.
so I can do a cat
Yeah.
for now. So if anything changes, just come back.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure, no problem.
Anyways, guys, this was Bella. I'll leave all her socials down below if you guys are curious or you want to ask her any questions about life in Korea or life in Icheon or in the countryside. Anyways, guys, this was your host, Paris Kagiri. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And also give us 5 stars in all podcasting platforms so we can get up in the algorithm. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys!